Absolutely not. What is happening, everyone? Matty B here again with the beat, green tea, and the cryptographically encrypted beats, because today we are talking about NFTs and whether or not I feel that they belong in the music scene. But before that, like always, check out our non-Ponzi pump and dump scheme stream every Sunday, noon Pacific. Link is down below. The hot topic over the past few years has been cryptocurrency and, by extension, NFTs. NFTs have crept their way into influencer culture, video games, movies, and now music. But what are NFTs? Should we welcome NFTs with open arms, or should we burn NFT minters at the stake? NFTs. Obviously, the cold open would pull back the curtain on what I feel about NFTs, but it's a little more complex than that, and there's a lot we need to talk about. We need to talk about speculative markets, bubbles, what NFTs are, what NFTs aren't, how they can effectively be used in music, and concerns that I have. I think it goes without saying that I am not a financial expert, I am not a crypto or NFT expert, I'm not really a music expert. There is nothing that gives me authority about what we're going to discuss today. My goal here is to simply talk about everything I feel about NFTs, not dumb it down too much, and stay relevant to the conversation. So let's get into it. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are an encrypted entry into the blockchain that show proof of ownership. Merriam-Webster's defines NFTs as a unique digital identifier that cannot be copied, substituted, or subdivided, that is recorded in a blockchain and that is used to certify authenticity and ownership. The blockchain, to put it simply, is a digital ledger that can only be added to and never taken away from. A network of thousands of computers see a transaction, they all agree that, yes, this transaction happened, and it's valid, and they add it to the end of the chain. It's called blockchain because each new entry is a block and it's chained to the one before it, creating an infinite chain of transactions. The NFT is digitally minted and added to the end of the blockchain. It is often represented with a picture, an animation, music, or any other digital asset. And this is where the confusion of NFTs comes in. You've probably seen pictures like this, or this, or this, floating around the internet, branded as NFTs. These are not NFTs. These are pieces of digital art made to represent the NFT. When you buy an NFT, you are not buying a picture of an ape or a lion or a stick figure with a dick. You are buying a blockchain entry that is being represented by those digital assets. You do not own those assets. You don't have the rights to those assets. You have nothing to do with those digital assets. You only bought the entry in the blockchain. Whatever digital asset is used to represent the NFT, it is stored on a separate server. It can be changed, it can be altered, it can be copied, it can be deleted because it is not the NFT. It is only a digital asset that is used to represent the NFT. The NFT is only the entry in the blockchain. The entry cannot be copied, it cannot be changed, it cannot be deleted. The digital asset can be. There is a huge difference. The NFT craze is at an all-time high. People are spending hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars on NFTs. Why? Is it because they like this pixelated picture over here? Maybe. Is it because they believe in the digital proof of ownership that NFTs provide? Could be. More often than not, it's actually because of speculation. Speculation is buying into an item or an idea, believing that it will increase in value and then increase in profits later on when you go to sell it. People are speculating that NFTs will increase in demand and in turn increase in value, so when they go to sell it in the future, they'll make more than their initial investment on the token. Speculative investing is very high risk, high reward. Speculation in the market surrounding it is driven by fear of missing out and hype to keep the market growing and keep profits high. As long as more and more new people are brought into the market, the demand goes up, so the price goes up, so the demand goes up, so the price goes up, until it doesn't. The problem with speculative investing is that something is only worth what someone is willing to pay. And if the price keeps going up and up and up, there will be a point where no one is willing to pay the price that it currently is. This is where the market collapses and the last person to buy it just lost everything. This is called a bubble. The market, or bubble, grows and grows and grows until it can't grow anymore, and then it pops. All of the newcomers who got in late lost all of the money that they put into it. The go-to examples of speculative bubbles that burst is the 2008 American housing crisis, the Beanie Baby craze of the 90s, and the Dutch tulip incident of the 1600s. All of these are bubbles that grew way too big, way too fast, and then popped, losing a lot of people's money, and in the case of the housing crash, damn near tanked the global economy. NFTs are in a bubble that will burst, and the fallout will be unfathomable. NFTs are expected to reach a market value of $35 billion for 2022 and over $80 billion by 2025. That sounds great until we talk about what NFTs are actually being used for. Part of NFT's meteoric rise is the rise of influencer culture. Your YouTubers, your Instagrammers, your TikTokers, they're all jumping on the NFT bandwagon. Go to any major platform and you'll find dozens, if not hundreds of people talking about crypto and NFTs. These people absolutely love NFTs, or so it seems. Most, not all, but most influencers are actually being paid to promote these NFTs, but you wouldn't know that because they don't disclose that it is an advertisement, which is a federal crime. They are also advertising these NFTs as an investment opportunity, which is also a federal crime if you are not a licensed financial advisor. Something tells me this asshole is not a licensed financial advisor. And adding not financial advice, not financial advisor to the end of your ad does not hold up in court. The massive rise in popularity of NFTs means massive profits and the massive opportunity for scams. Scammers are preying on impressionable adolescents to jump on a bandwagon because their favorite influencer said that Stinky Dong is going to be the next Dogecoin. These influencers are being paid discreetly by some sketchy, unknown shadow creator to hype up their token, get as many people interested and invested as possible, and when the value reaches 2, 3, 4, 500% plus of its initial offering, the creators take the money and run. They pump up the value with influencer hype, get millions of dollars, take the money, and run. Dump the project, making it completely worthless. Everyone who invested anything is out. It is all gone. The old pump and dump. If this sounds familiar, it's because it was the entire premise of The Wolf of Wall Street, which was a true story of Jordan Belfort and how he would take worthless penny stocks, pump up the value, take all of the money, then dump the stocks on the unsuspecting victims. They lost tons, he made millions. This is happening every day with NFTs. If you watch CoffeeZilla, Spencer Cornelia, Josh Strife Hayes, Callum Upton, Upper Echelon Gaming, Kira TV, Sid Alpha, and more, between all of them, there is daily content of crypto and NFT pump and dumps that is going on all because of influencer culture. It is happening over and over and over again because the biggest draw of cryptocurrency in NFTs is its biggest weakness. It's unregulated, which means no one is in charge. And if no one is in charge, history has taught us that someone is in charge, the thieves and the scammers. And that is what's happening right now in crypto and NFTs. Crypto and NFTs are the lawless Wild West, but they don't have to be. I think I've made it abundantly clear on what I think the current state of cryptocurrency and NFTs are, but it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be scam after scam after scam, pump and dump, pump and dump, pump and dump, Ponzi schemes left and right. And this is where I tie it into music and, of course, drum and bass. We already talked about what an NFT is. It is a digital proof of ownership that cannot be copied, it cannot be deleted. Small labels and independent artists could use NFTs to boost fan engagement and make a little bit of extra revenue. If they used a tangible item as a representation of the NFT, this could have massively positive effects on the fans, on the music industry, and the reputation of NFTs themselves. As long as the price of the NFT is worth what you're paying. Is the ride worth the price of admission? Your favorite label, Whether it's RAM or Hospital or Renegade hardware, they can make an NFT that has VIP access to a club night, access to pre-release music, one-on-one masterclasses with the artist. You could get backstage passes to Andy C. You could talk to High Contrast directly about music production. That would be incredible. This could be like Patreon times a million. But there's a problem. For a small label or artist to have this be worth it, they would have to make a very limited amount of NFTs, which creates demand, which drives up the price, which creates a secondary market, which creates demand, which drives up the price, which creates a bubble that'll eventually pop. Someone is left with an NFT they paid way too much for, and now they're mad because the label let this happen, even though it was out of their control. And to be honest, I don't know if there's any way around this. Maybe there isn't. Like I said earlier, I am in no way an expert in any of this. I don't have the answers, and maybe nobody does. Maybe NFTs are just a black hole of investment fraud. No one will ever get anything positive out of them. But let me know what you think of NFTs. Are you for them? Are you against them? Let's talk about it. Let's have an actual talk about it. The hype surrounding crypto and NFTs has created this extremely us versus them divisiveness that gets pretty nasty. Obviously, I don't feel that NFTs are a good thing at all in their current state, but I'm willing to talk about it. So let's do that down below, or you can join the Discord and we'll talk about NFTs or records or just spoons. I don't know. As always, do that YouTube algorithm stuff or whatever. Huge shout out to our patrons, DaveC, TheUrbanGhost, Jason Storey, mEDIK, JaimeDarnell, and Ronies. Check out all those social links down below or whatever. Thanks for watching. Peace. That didn't stop recording. This is where the market collapses and the last person to buy it just lost everything they've invested. Hi, puppy. Since you busted in. Go lay down. Go lay down. Oh, I'm still recording.